What's up YouTube, it's Adrian from MMOSWORLD. Welcome back to another First Impressions video, this time for Path of Exile. Now, I'm very excited about this because I've been wanting to play this game for a very long time now. And, you know, Path of Exile, so many things have been said about this game in terms of how caring and enthusiastic the developers are about, you know, keeping Path of Exile going. And it's been around for quite some time too. I think this is its 50th year in existence, Path of Exile. And what it is, well, you can almost think of it as the better Diablo 3 game. It's that sort of isometric top-down action RPG game. Lots of hacking and slashing, lots of loot, and this game is all about loot. So what are we going to do? We're going to be spending about 10 to 15 to 20 minutes just checking out what your first steps in Path of Exile is going to be like, and we'll share some thoughts at the end of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and let's jump right in. Alrighty, so we've just created an account, and now we are going into Path of Exile's character creator. From the looks of things, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes here. This one's the Templar. Interesting. What else we got? We have the Shadow, looks like a roguey type character. We have a Marauder, which I guess equates to Diablo's Barbarian, maybe? And this lady in the background, oh, can't really, oh, the Ranger, there we go. It takes a while to load because they all need to come to the front and do your animation thing. And you can read your description here as well. And then you got the Duelist. And finally we have the Witch. So all in all, pretty interesting. 6 classes, each has their own backstory and animations and everything. Okay, she looks pretty freaky just flying around like that. So I'm going to go for, let's see. Gosh, I don't know. Choices. Let's go for the Templar since it's the first one. You swore sinew and soul to serve God, and the order of the Templar. For years you built a life upon faith, only to smite it asunder with one sinful blow. And it is that not the greatest folly of all, to lose faith when it's all you have left? You were once the chosen of God, a Templar, and now the chosen of Ray class, which is the world that Path of Exile set in Exile. So, enter the name of your Templar, change your class by clicking on another title. I'm not sure what this is. Bestiary League. Oh, Challenge Leagues, I see. So we've got Standard, the default game mode, which is, and you can click Hardcore if you want, or just declick that. Then you got Bestiary, which is hunt dungeons, beasts, and sacrifice them to craft valuable items. This is the default Path of Exile League, which are basically seasons in Diablo. And then you've got a hardcore as well. I'm going to go with Standard, just to check out the game, the normal game, basically. So, and then hit my name. I'm going to hit my name here, Haffelheim. Just a standard character name, hit OK. And let's jump in. Let's see what the first few minutes of Path of Exile looks like. Alrighty, so here we are, lying down on a beach somewhere. And this is a very cliche character starting thing, I suppose. And there's going to be tutorials. There's a shop button, which we'll check out later. And this is a default attack, which looks to me like right mouse button click, I think. And then there's hotkeys for other skills. This is your mana, and this is your life here on the left side. So again, if you've ever played games like Diablo, this is going to be so familiar to you. And you can zoom all the way in, which is really nice. This is the chat here that's been popping up. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up the scepter here. Left click and talk to a non-player character, which is what this guy is, Dying Exile. So let's go and talk to him. Okay, so we've got some story here.
Made it to shore. Alive, anyway. Looks like you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking.
Oh my gosh, zombies killed him. So I'm holding down my left mouse button there to just attack, and it's all about the loot, as you guys know. So just pick up whatever loot that drops by, and I'm gonna hit the I button here, and I'm gonna equip that instead, Glacial Hammer. And ooh, the tutorial has like a view and everything. It's got videos to play, so I'm just gonna drag that and put that in the red socket here. So cool. The skill is now equipped on your skill bar and can be used with right click, which is that one, Glacial Hammer. Nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and get out of here, and let's move on, I suppose. Oh, plate vest. I got a vest too, and I've automatically equipped that because it's not no longer there. And then down here is a scroll of wisdom. So let's go ahead and move on. Like, you know, I'm playing on the highest graphic settings. Let me just give you a rundown here. Everything's on high, and that's the max that you can go. And lighting quality is medium. I'm just gonna leave that. These are the default stuff. I've not touched any of these, but you know, from the looks of things, the graphic actually looks really, really good. Is it more crisper than Diablo 3? Probably. So, oh, we got more drowned zombies here. And that's my glacial hammer. That's my new move that I learned, which takes up mana. Superior Iron Greaves. Okay, I'm gonna be putting that on. Yep, I've already put that on. That, of course, gives me stats. And again, you can, you know, destroy terrain. You can destroy terrain items if you want to. Maybe that's a way to get loot or get more currency, I suppose. Let's see if all these things can be destroyed. No, not everything can be destroyed. But again, it's just the fluidity. And if I hit S, will I move? No. So if you hold down the shift key, you can just remotely attack, which is again a standard, pretty standard for ARPGs of this nature. Let's go ahead and explore some more. No currency there. Okay, I'm running out of mana, but you can press the number 5 button to consume that mana potion, which I'm going to do now. And that is that. Let's go and kill some more. As for experience, at the bottom here, you can see what I am. Level 1, 30%, and how much XP I'm getting per hour, and how much I need to hit the next experience. So, pretty self-explanatory, I suppose. It'll be pretty easy to get into. Tutorial is telling me to use number 1 for a life flask. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it's not like you're consuming the potion. You can just see that the bottle has decreased in terms of the amount of potion there's in there. And the chat's kind of annoying, but I'm not reading anything. Okay, let's move along here. Is there a quest log or something? Because I don't see any objectives popping up on my screen. But I do know that the dying man told me to, you know, scrounge around because there's undead and everything. So, yeah, I don't really see anything. So let's just go ahead and move on. Ooh, lots of zombies here. Let's get out of the tree. And, you know, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but Path of Exile is a free-to-play game. So, in that regard, compared to games like Diablo 3, you know, you're not paying a buy-in, unlike what you'd have to do to start playing Diablo 3. This is a free-to-play game, and it gets all its expansions and everything for free. There are pros and cons to that. Obviously, being a free-to-play game, you do have a microtransaction store. Alright, now that I have... Let me just open a map. Oh, no. M is for microtransactions. M does not open the map. Alright, we'll take a look at this later. But let's just see where we can go here. Ooh, large chest. What do you got? Elemental proliferation support, and this is blue in color, so picking that up, I suppose I can now drag this to the blue portion of my weapon. Yes, that's exactly what it is. So this gives me mana multiplier, so that's good. Many support gems can change the mana cost of the skills they are supporting. Press I to close your inventory. Cool, 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 very cool. So let's move up to the beach here. I'm also impressed that, you know, this could only be for the tutorial, but the fact that it is fully voiced really gives you better immersion, and I do like that. You know, anytime a game tries to do well with graphics and cutscenes and aesthetics, especially for storytelling, I generally gravitate towards that, and I think it's worth playing because it shows that the game, you know, takes its packaging seriously on the inside. And PoE is made by Grinding Gear Games, which is actually out of New Zealand, which is pretty interesting. I don't really know too many you know, game companies or developers or studios from New Zealand, so that's actually really cool. Let's go ahead and just whack all the zombies in the area. Level 2. Alright, you gain a skill point when you level up. Click here or press P to use your skill point. Let me just get rid of this zombie that's chasing me real quick. Alright, let's do this. Let's click this button here. Oh, yes. Yes, I've heard so much about this Path of Exile character. I don't even know what you want to call this. The skill web? Holy shit, look at that. There is just so many little things that you can put points into to increase your character stuff. And wow, this is insane. I was not expecting that. That is a shitload of passive and active stuff that, wow, that's mind-blowing. I don't think I've ever seen a game or an MMO that have this much branching trees to put points into. So this is where I start, I suppose. I've got 23 intelligence and dexterity and what's this? Strength. So I'm guessing strength and intelligence is going to be two key stats for my class, the Templar. So I'm just going to go into mana regeneration in life or maximum mana, increased elemental damage. I think I'll go with that. Damage increase is always good. So I'm going to hit that and I hit apply points, and now we can go back to the game. So that's how, you know, increasing our character progression works in Path of Exile. Again, I'm pretty mind blown by the amount of stuff you can do. Gosh, how much content is there, and how far does character progression go for you to earn that many points to spend? Let's break some barrels here. Let's see what we got. Nothing much. Sticking by the beach just in case I miss anything. Anybody here? Ooh, look at that. So now we have a boss type creature called a Hillock, who has his own like unique health bar at the top of the screen that you can see there. I should be able to take him down, although my own health is going down. Basic attacks, I'm going to hit my number 1 mana pool, and you can see that the potion has filled up by itself there. So I don't think there's any such thing as buying pots or whatever. I just picked up a new item here in my inventory, and that is a shield. So I'm using a Driftwood Scepter 69. I got another Driftwood Scepter 69, and now I've got a shield which should help reduce damage somewhat. Awesome. Let's go ahead and move further in. Is that a dungeon? Yeah, that's the Lion's Eye Watch. So we're moving into a town. Flasks refill when you enter town. So I guess all those potions that you use, you know, when you hit your hotkeys for mana or health potions, whenever you enter a town, it refills. So that's pretty neat. It does away with the whole, oh, you need to buy potions or whatever. That doesn't happen. Alright, what do we got? New help page unlocked. Customer support. So that's there. Talk to Tarkley for your reward. And I was talking about having a quest objective or a store objective, and it has now popped up right below the minimap on the top of the screen. So we can now explore a little bit. I'm getting some severe lag. This is Letters of Exile. What is this?
Salem of Theopolis.
Oh, nice.
You have transgressed against your God and your fellow man.
So what I like is that, you know, there are lore bits here that you can pick up, like books and stuff that's going to give you some backstory. And again, the fact that it's fully voiced is a real plus point. I really do like that. As for the minimap, I see like a book thing over there. We've got Jojo 2, that sounds like another player, and that's your stash, which is your bank. And I guess it's just dragging and dropping here. And again, weapons and gear is going to take slots based on their size and everything. So, yippee-ki-yay. We've got NPC quest givers here. And the person I need to talk to is this guy, Tarkley. Now, again, what's interesting is that, you know, these characters don't show their nameplates unless you hover over them. So, it's a lot of finding things yourself, but they do show up on the minimap. So, let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Get a reward.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, forget I asked. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us when he had his blackguards dump us in the water out there.
Okay, I'm gonna skip all that. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, so I'm gonna get more goodies now. I do know my shield has 3 red stuff, and my gear has 2 red stuff, so I'm gonna take something red here. Projectile attack AoE melee fire level 1, mana cost 6, effective of added damage 120%. Let's go and grab that. and take it. And that's that. Oh, this is the NPC panel, huh? Introduction, Lionized Watch, Drowned Day, Letters of Exile. You can purchase items, so he does sell stuff. What's my currency? How do I know how much money I've got? Ooh, you've got sets. I like sets. Really good to have sets. Oh, it costs Scroll of Wisdom. So that thing... Is that the currency? I don't know. Let's just try and buy something here. Two-handed mace. Let's try and buy two-handed mace. I guess that's free. Didn't really get anything. And you can buy bows and stuff as well. So let's open it up. Let's equip that. Can I equip that? No, I can't equip that. Let's go back and sell. Oh, there we go. And that's going to give me one scroll fragment. I see. But that did take away my Scroll of Wisdom, so I guess in the early levels that's going to be some sort of currency. Then here we got some quests as well. We got Nessa. I know you, the blasphemer. That's what my father called you. God saw fit to drown my father and everyone else I ever loved. I wonder what hate he has in store for you. I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of Hillock, that pretty giant you fell out there. You know, back in Ariath. I mean, I'm reading over the NPC talking, so that's not ideal for you guys. I'm just going to hit continue. And now we've got a new mission as well. Now, you know, based on just the general movement and everything, I really, really like PoE. It does feel like a very polished game. And the fact that it is, you know, released in 2013, and now it's, what, 5 years old, it holds up really well. I mean, you can make the same argument for Diablo 3 as well. You know, that one's been out 6 years, and it still holds up pretty well. But, you know, over here, everything just looks great. The graphics look great. Oh, here we go. Some combat. Withered Husk. I will say this, though. I mean, I played a lot of Diablo 3 at release, and especially when the Crusader class came out. And when it comes to combat, whoa, health going down. When it comes to combat, when we talk about fluidity and the pacing of combat, I kind of feel like Diablo does it slightly better than PoE. I mean, it kind of feels rough around the edges, but that could be because I'm a melee class and you know, my attack speed and everything isn't that fast yet. Maybe there's going to be gear or stuff in the character point web thing that's going to increase all that. But you know, so far it's definitely slower when it comes to pace and fluidity compared to games like Diablo 3. Ooh, look at that. But as far as animations go, I do like, you know, the creature design and animation did look really good. I'm probably gonna die here. I think I've pulled too many, or I'm not powerful enough. Should have bought something that I could use from the guy there. It doesn't seem like, you know, where I'm hitting it. Like, I have to be like really close and everything. Like, here, look, I've been trying to hit that guy and I kind of missed. So there's it's not as accurate as I hoped it would be. Either that or I'm just hitting the shift bar too long. What do I got? Your skill gem can now be leveled up by hitting that button. So let me just get rid of these crabs and then we'll check that out. So the skill gems are those little socketed items that I put into my gear and my weapon earlier. So let's go ahead and click that. And let's see which one it was. It's this one. Requires level 2, I think. Level 2 gem, because I don't have anything else. So this gem has just gone up to level 2. So that's interesting. I like that. So, you know, when it comes to gear progression, you're not only, you know, looking for the best, you know, gear in terms of what you're holding, but also what's in it. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and check out the shop now. I want to know what these microtransactions are all about. So, Bestiary supporter packs, we've got specials, you can buy pets. Okay, so it looks like pets are a thing, and they cost this gem thing here, which I'm not sure what it is. We got classic, so it looks like pets. Yeah, lots of pets. And then as for character, you can get fire portal effects, so I'm going to guess that these are cosmetics. But for guilds, you can get, like, you know, very convenient stuff, 10 more guild member slots, premium guild stash tab. Skill effects, again, these look like cosmetics and aesthetics. Footprints, also the same thing. Armor, we're not talking armor, are we? Yes, cosmetic and effects. It's not selling you the armor per se. And then under popular currency stash tab, so I guess it's going to be one of those games that doesn't give you a paywall in terms of content. All the content's free, but you can pay for convenient stuff like more bank slots or currency tabs, like extra character slots. So that's what they're selling you. So is that a fair trade? I think that's a fair trade. So it's not like pay to win or anything. But in terms of gameplay, yeah, this is only a first impressions, the first 10, 20, 30 minutes or whatever, but I can tell that this game is going to be so much fun down the line. But, that's what your opening few minutes on Path of Exile is going to be. My impressions are, you know what, it's free to play, you've got nothing to lose. And this is, if you don't want to buy Diablo 3 now or whatever, this is a great game to jump into. So that's my 2 cents on this. Anyway, hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe to MMOSWORLD, our YouTube channel, for more videos. As ever, I'm Aiden from MMOSWORLD, signing out.